You know my next guest tonight from such films as Sex, Lies, and Videotape, and While You Were Sleeping. He now stars in the brand new television show, The Secret Lives of Men. Please welcome Peter Gallagher. Before we get started,
yes,
are those
sir?
eyebrows, they're all real? Is that, I mean...
This one is.
Because those are the most amazing eyebrows. Are they not the most amazing? I mean, get a shot. They are. They're like you took a big black marker and went...
Well, now that all my beauty tips are out, Conan. No, I was inherited these from...
Really?
Yes.
They're in the family? Your dad or your mom has
the
these?
Harry O'Shea clan, I think.
Right.
Yes.
Do you have to shave the middle part so it's not all one?
No, it started out with my sister, actually, when I was going to the prom in high school. She said, because I had just one all the way across. You can't go looking like a Neanderthal. Come here. She got me in a headlock and started pulling them out.
That's cool. Have you ever seen, you know who's got the craziest eyebrows? I know this has nothing to do with you or your show, but I have to go there.
No, let's go. Let's go.
Donald Trump. Get a look at Donald Trump's
He does. He
eyebrows
does.
sometimes
True.
because the hairs, you've seen it, Andy, right?
Yeah.
The hairs come out. And you know the way a cat has whiskers that tell it if its head can get through an opening? I think that's what Trump's are for.
They're curved.
I think they're
curved
there. He's like, here I come. Yes, I can fit in here.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
They're elegant curb feelers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I just thought if you ever see him, you should your
mention
eyebrows
it.
should fight his eyebrow.
Really? Come on, Don, let's go. Head to head.
Now, this TV show,
Yes, sir.
you're playing a divorced guy.
Yes.
Which, you know, I would think would be a little bit of a challenge because I know you're a fine actor, but your own experience has been you've been happily married now for 15 years.
Yes.
So it might be hard to draw on that anxiety or that experience.
Well, yeah, well, you certainly appreciate, you know, being married, because my character's not having that much fun being divorced. But, yes,
Right.
my lovely bride has put up with me for almost 16 years now.
You guys got married pretty soon after meeting each other, is that right?
No, actually, we knew each other. We met first week of freshman year in college.
Oh.
We didn't, not a word was exchanged, but the imprint is still clear in my mind. She actually had platform shoes on, thin whale gray corduroys, a clear disco belt,
And her name is Marcia Brady. Yeah. I should tell people. You ended up marrying her.
The secret's out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we got married about 10 years later. I was supposed to do a play that was supposed to go to Broadway. We were doing a play up in New Haven, and the producer, it was supposed to go to Broadway, and the producer pulled out at the 11th hour, and the next show I was supposed to do on Broadway got pushed up, but we had 6 weeks to do nothing. And one thing led to another. We decided to get married.
Where'd you go on your honeymoon?
Well, the play I was about to do was The Corner's Green, about a Welsh coal miner and his teacher, played by Cicely Tyson. And so it takes place in Wales. So I said, I know, let's go to Wales. And we stopped in Ireland, we went to Wales, and actually the first night in Ireland, it was a moonless night, and we were taking a very romantic walk down a lane, and could barely see anything, and leaning up against a fence, I could feel her warm breath on me, and I turned, and it was actually a cow that had come over. And it was the
That you were making out with.
Well, barely, you know, and then and all of a sudden, and you know, this thing was the size of a house. If I'd never been from the city, I mean, it was huge, and I screamed bloody murder. And then we went on to Wales right away, and I treated her to the coal mines. We went about 2 miles down, the sulfur blasting up, and the winds, and the bingo.
That's a real
parlor.
romantic place. You know, I would think like the Caribbean or something like that. You go to the
Well,
Wales,
you know,
and the food. I mean, I haven't been to
know.
Wales, and I know I sound like the ugly American, but the food can't be great in Wales. It's all sort of bone marrow and stuff they eat that they boil up, right?
You're right, you know, and I was just a bonehead, because I realize that, you know, she had these images of white beaches and palm trees and great food, and I was saying, but honey, we can learn Welsh. We can be with the Welsh people.
We can hang out in the sulfur pit.
Exactly, and we met this lovely family, this old miner, Owen Thomas and Flo, and we went down to these, and it was raining all the time, and the next day it was raining, and we
You're
played
lucky your
bingo.
marriage survived this whole thing.
I know, and finally at the end, we're staying in this bed and breakfast. She's sitting on the edge of the bed, the bathroom's down the hall, and she just started to cry, and she said, take me to the Savoy, which was a nice hotel in London.
So you took her away then?
Took her away, and she's put up with me ever since.
Oh, that's that's very nice.
Yes, I think so.
You talk about doing plays. You were in the production of Hair once.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was the first Broadway show I ever did.
Now, you have to get naked in that play. That would prohibit me from doing that play. That's where I would say, I can't do it. I can't be naked. I can never be naked.
Well, you know, it was certainly something to think about, you know, but I figured in for a penny, in for a pound, you know, and why not go the whole way? And my parents came. The thing that bothered me was my parents coming, because here, you know, I'd been to college, and this is what I was doing to celebrate my education, standing naked on a stage.
How did you break the news to them that you're going to be naked?
Well, I called them because they were coming to the first preview, and I said, listen, I don't have to do this nude part, you know. If it bothers you, I'll just stay underneath the parachute and let everybody else do it. And my mother said, oh, no, honey, there's nothing there I haven't seen. I said, Mom, it's been about 15 years. I hope to God there's something there you haven't seen. I said, if there isn't anything you haven't seen, I won't be standing up, believe me.
I got to ask you about something you did.
Yeah.
You did Donnie and Marie's TV show.
Yeah, their first show.
You did their first show.
Yeah.
And I got to ask you about Donny Osmond, because I did the Tonight Show a couple of weeks ago. What?
You got a crush?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But thank you. Yeah. Can you get him to sign my poster?
Well, I don't know.
I did the Tonight Show, and so I was the first guest, and then I moved down the couch, and they come out. And Donnie was I thought he was going to be this, nice Donny Osmond. He does seem like a nice guy, but he also seems kind of a little crazy, a little, what was your experience with him?
Well, I mean, we got to sing and dance together, which was great. That was a real kick in the pants.
Does every guest on that show have to sing and dance?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, I hope not.
Okay.
But they're really good at it.
Right.
And then I started talking about, there was one kind of funny thing, because I started telling this story of how the first two movies I'd ever done, both directors wanted me to have no hair on my chest. And so the first guy wanted me to wax it, the next guy wanted me to shave it. I thought, what is this with Hollywood and movies, somebody must... And all of a sudden, Donnie starts telling the story about having to take the hair off his body. And he says, have you ever used sandpaper? And I swear, to this day, I don't know whether he was serious. And I said, well...
Trust me, he's serious.
Yeah, I know.
I've spent time with this guy. I bet he goes home at night, doesn't even have to use, and it's like,
I said, Donnie, I mean, come on, the recovery time's got to be kind of significant, and that full body scab, I mean, that's not going to be for everybody. I mean, some members of the audience maybe, but...
I'm so happy that we've worked the term full body scab into this show.
Anything I can do.
Well, say hi to him next time you see him.
I will indeed.
The Secret Lives of Men on ABC, Wednesdays at 9:30. And congratulations on all your success. Always nice having you here.
Oh, great to be here.
Peter Gallagher, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Rich Hall.